everybody, I'm Charlotte from Maisie Darling, and today I am joined by the fabulous Kerry Hearsey, and she is a life and mindset coach. So today I've asked Kerry to talk to us a little bit about how we manage stress and confidence during the time that we get married. So Kerry is very kindly going to give us her 5 top tips on keeping your confidence high and your stress levels low. So thank you so much, Kerry, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Charlotte, and thanks for having me and for being able to offer some helpful tips and hints for people to consider moving forward for their big day. We all know that they can be quite stressful times, so it's always important to be mindful of what's going on with their own brains, but also how we're kind of working with other people as well. So my first tip is actually, in this process, we really need to remember to look after our overall health and well-being. Often when we're at heightened stress, and as I've said, wedding planning can be very, very stressful. We have a tendency to forget the simple things. So forget actually that we need to be looking after our nutrition, forget that we need to be trying to get a sleep routine, because if things are playing on our mind, we're maybe not sleeping as well. Remember to stay hydrated, because when we're looking after our health and well-being, actually, if we're inside at the optimal level, then how we then present ourselves in every other area and domain is going to be at the optimal level as well. So looking after our health and well-being, getting out there, doing some exercise, whatever it is that you love, but just making sure you're looking after that. Number 2 is communication. But when I say communication, it's about communicating when we're under stress. Now, we've all been there where we've had the knee-jerk responses, and we've had maybe the bridezilla moment or the hissy fit, the tantrum child on the middle of the floor. So when I'm saying communication, is actually to be mindful about how we communicate and when we communicate. So I'm often talking to a lot of my clients about that scenario of, are we in a child mode when we're communicating? Are we in a parent mode when we're communicating? Or actually, are we communicating as adults? So it's really important that we're continually communicating as adults, so that we're actually getting across what we're thinking, what we're feeling, but we're doing so in a way that's not going to pee other people off at the same time, to be fair. Number 3 is date night. So again, we always are saving for that big day, and we're so busy in the moment of organising table plans, of finding our perfect dress, of making sure we've got the accessories and everything else, which thankfully you do, and you sort all of that out. But what we do forget is the essence of why we're doing this in the first place. So just have a date night with your other half, maybe redo your first ever date, get some songs out. It doesn't have to be expensive, it's something you can do at home. So get the songs out that remind you of each other and tell a story. It could be actually just getting out some old photos and using that as part of the planning day, but just kind of take the wedding out of it for a moment and just be reconnected with your other half and remembering why you're doing it. Number 4 is accept that nothing is perfect. We can always strive to be as close to perfect, but truly in this world, there is absolutely nothing that is 100% perfect. So we just have to accept that there are going to be hiccups on the day. And the most, when I speak to a lot of brides or even grooms, the things that they remember are the hiccups and the laughter and the moments that those times happened. They are part and parcel of your wedding day. And so just being a little bit more aware of actually keeping calm, staying composed, and making sure that you've got the essentials in place, and that actually everything else, especially from a mindset point of view, is to just be in a state of flow, enjoy the day, try and be relaxed as possible, and just acknowledge that those things are going to happen. So you've got to accept that perfection is not possible. The last thing is to understand that your confidence is a state of being. Okay, so a lot of people think that that's a skill that they can develop. And when I'm working with a lot of people, when it is around confidence, if it's confidence around the public speaking that they're about to do, maybe it's the guest speech, maybe it's the groom speech, maybe it's the best man speech, or from a bride's perspective, it might be just actually, am I going to trip over my dress walking down the aisle? We start to lose our confidence and have a lot of self-doubts. We all know how to walk, and we've all got experiences from our past that we can bring to today. So people, when they experience confidence, that state of being, with confidence maybe it's high in our shoes, but then when we say, okay, now we need to speak in public, that's where you're kind of feeling a little bit more apprehensive. So it's just to understand that it's confidence, a state of being, to work on it from an inner mindset, get yourself as prepped as possible. So practice those speeches, you know, practice walking in your heels in the kitchen, whatever it might be, practice with your dress on so you can feel the weight of it, because then you are going to be in that sense of being and you have practiced it as much as possible. So you're just getting that environment and that culture around you so that you can walk with your head held high and know that, like I say, hiccups are going to happen, but you're still as confident as can be. They are my 5 top tips.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kerry.
You're very, very welcome.
You said things that you just don't even think about, and it is so important to look after yourself, isn't it? We all just get so caught up in the planning and the wedding, and we forget about everything else. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. If anybody wants any more information from Kerry, all her details will be in the bio. Thank you so much. Thank you once again, Kerry. You've been amazing, and we'll see you all soon.
Thanks, Charlotte. Take care.